Hey guys, it's DT back with one more LEGO set before the end of the year. Today we're taking a look at this guy right here. It's titled Atari Video Computer System, but if any of you guys were around when this thing came out, you'll know it as the Atari 2600. This is set 10306. It's 2,532 pieces, and it's recommended for ages 18 and up. And unless you guys are 40 and up, you probably don't even know what this thing is. Before Nintendo, way before PlayStation, there was this thing. I didn't actually own one of these. My friend did, and every time I would go over his house, we would play this thing non-stop. I begged my parents to get me and my brother one. Eventually, we got something called a ColecoVision, which was actually a little bit better as far as processing goes. But before that system came out, there was this guy, and if you were fortunate enough to have one, you would be playing these games right here. It'd be pretty simple compared to games of today, and not only do you get the cartridges, you actually get a little buildable scene that goes on top of each one to kind of make a cool display. So this one actually comes with the cool little joystick with one button. So 2,500 pieces, not the huge amount that we're used to seeing in some of these 18 and up sets. Still should make a fun building experience. Let's take a look here at the back of the box. You guys might remember I did the Nintendo Entertainment System. This one seems to be a little bit more simple. You don't get a TV with this one, but you do get the scenes on the cartridge, and you also get a scene here on the console itself. As far as scale goes, this one is 13 inches wide, 8.5 inches deep, and I'm guessing a few inches tall. Let's go ahead and open this up, show you guys what's inside. Got a bag number 2, bunch of plates, bag number 1, bag 5, bag 4, bag 7, bag 16, little piece of paper, bag 3, bag 4, bag 14, another bag 1, bag 11, bag 10, bag 12, bag 3, bag 8, bag 14, bag 15, bag 9, bag 6, and bag 13. And our instruction manual. Here it is. It's got this kind of a retro instruction manual look. We also get some stickers. These are for each of the games. Quite a few bags here, not too many duplicate bags, so it should be pretty easy to keep track of everything. Let's build the Atari Video Computer System. All right guys, here it is, the completed LEGO Atari. Very cool build, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. So before we get to the console, I'm gonna show you guys the cool cartridges that we get to build. As you can see here, we also build a nice little carrying case or storage container that fits these cartridges perfectly. They just slide out, a little slot there. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first cartridge. This one is the Adventure cartridge. It said this game came out in 1980. I might have been a little bit too young to play this game when it came out. So we have one sticker up here that says Game Program Adventure. We have another sticker that says Use with Joystick Controllers. Then we have the actual game artwork here. As you can see, there's a bunch of different black tiles surrounding it. And then on this side, we have another sticker, some more tiles on the back. And then here we have the little cartridge opening, and we have the little green in there. I think that's to simulate sort of that green circuit board. And you can actually stick these cartridges into the console, which I'll show you in a bit. We also have Asteroids. Now I do remember playing this. This one has blue and white text. It's got an image of a Lego starship kind of blasting apart some Lego asteroids. Again, it's got the title there on the end and the little opening. And then finally we have Centipede. This one actually says Atari 2600, so a little bit different design with this one. It's got the gray tiles, these cool little red pieces that line up with the Centipede title there. Not only do you get the cartridges, you get a little mini build for each of the games. So here's the one for adventure. We've got this big dragon or snake outside this yellow castle. And then in the back, we've got an Easter egg. And I've come to learn that Adventure was one of the very first video games that featured an actual Easter egg. You would go somewhere and it would show the creator's name or something like that. That's why they put a little egg there as another Easter egg to the Easter egg. And then in the middle there, it looks like maybe there's a little treasure or something. Then we have the Asteroids little mini build. This one is nice. We've got all these little asteroids flying around. And then we have the spaceship, but I like the effect here with the laser cannon and kind of the transparent piece, so it actually looks like it's shooting. And then finally, my favorite is the Centipede. I really like the colors of this thing. We got the bright green, the darker green. This whole Centipede can be posed. They're all on these little ball joints. And then here's a look at the head. You can attach this one on the bottom to these little jumper studs. And then we have all these little mushrooms, which of course play an important part in the game. Now they say this Lego set is actually pretty close to scale with the actual console. Cool little Easter egg is when you slide the front panel here, a little scene pops up. So this little scene is pretty cool. It's basically a little guy playing in his room, and he's actually playing Asteroids on an Atari system. On the left side, we've got a little bookshelf. We've got a boom box. Looks like we have like an action figure, maybe a little green army man. A VHS tape there on the corner. Some posters. One of the posters he has is Johnny Thunder, which is sort of like an Indiana Jones character. I believe they had a Lego set that featured that character. Then of course we have the Asteroids poster and also a poster of New Wave, which I'm guessing is sort of like an 80s rock band. All these posters are stickers. We have some roller skates on the floor. We have a little cat, and we also have a phone, and a very large phone at that. The phone doesn't actually have a cord on it, which it would have back in the 80s. Screen on the TV is actually a sticker as well. He's got a red can of soda, maybe a Coke can, since it is red. I believe this figure is exclusive to this set. He is wearing the Atari t-shirt. He's got the blue arms, the yellow hands and face. He's got the short legs that can move, and he's holding an Atari controller. And now this guy actually has two faces, so you can have him kind of happy, or you can have him surprised. And he just sits on these four little jumper studs right there. Right here we have an on and off switch, which you can turn on or off. We have a color or black and white selector, depending on what kind of TV you are using. And that will also stay up and down. Here it says Video Computer System, and this is where we can actually put in a cartridge. It just fits in like that. Over here we have the little select knob. There's a little elastic band, which I'll show you in a bit, and it causes it to kind of just bounce back up. And over here, the same thing with the reset button. And you can actually lift this panel out. And here you can see a little elastic on these two buttons. The whole thing kind of just slides back in. If we slide it around to the back, we can see there are two little ports here for the joystick. It's the two studs that kind of plug in right there, or you can plug it in on the other side. It looks like there are some other ports here as well, maybe some video connections, I don't really recall. And it looks like AC power cord right here to give the whole unit some power. And then on the bottom, we have 4 little feet right here in the corners. And then we also have these kind of rounded pieces to kind of keep the holding elevated. Then over here on the front, we have this sort of mosaic pattern that's supposed to simulate wood texture, kind of the waves of the wood grain. It's kind of interesting how they did that. And then we have the Atari logo on the side. And there are no stickers on this console. Everything you see here is printed. Everything here is a black. Tends to show the fingerprints a little bit. If you do like kind of bring it up like this and you don't hold it, it will slide forward. Gravity will take it forward. But it's a pretty nifty looking set. At first glance, you're probably not going to realize that this is a Lego set other than a few little studs that you see down here or here at the top. And finally, let's take a look at this controller. This thing is pretty awesome. Feels like a real controller. We can move this thing in any direction. There are actually some rubber elements inside. If we take this thing off, you can see them down there. These are all printed graphics here. The red button is just a red circular tile. Here's a look at the bottom, not as pretty. We have this black tube piece that acts as the cord. We just attach these little pieces to each side. That way it lets us connect to the controller, and then we have to build the little connector here. All right guys, so that was a look at the LEGO Atari Video Computer System, also known as the Atari 2600. This is a very cool set for the old guys like me, people that love vintage video game systems, or those that just like to build cool things. I'm hoping they come out with something like a Sega Genesis next. That would be really cool to add to the lineup. You can see myself having a whole display of these LEGO video game systems. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this something you guys would get? For me, it was part of my childhood, part of video game history, so it was a must-have. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to head over to my other channel, DT's Geek Show, and check out some of the content over there. Evan will be back soon with another video. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.